back for some more games, everybody. Scattercat and Ansem still here to keep casting for you. We are putting in the hours today to bring more League your way. So let us take a look here at the next matchup that we have on our plates. We have FG versus CGF as the two little anagrams for the team. I don't know. What's the word? What's the word? The initializations of the teams. I don't know. Anyway,
Flow Gaming is the blue side, and Credible Hulk with friends are on the red side.
Credible Hulk with friends.
Yeah, he's credible.
I mean, I guess.
He has his credentials.
I mean, yes, he is a professor now. Anyway, let's talk about the game one lineups that we see. Anything that you notice right away with these bands here?
I wonder where people are going for. Actually, no, never mind. I figured it out. Personally, I like Credible Hulk side. The only reason is because it has Wukong. Everybody who drafts Wukong, you already get a positive from me. So, good job.
You're a little biased, is what you're trying to say. Okay.
Heavily biased. But anyways,
okay.
That's besides the point. But that's besides the point.
All right. So, here's what I see out of as far as Credible Hulk with friends. They don't really have a true tank other than Leona. So their front line has to be dealing damage, and a lot of it, to make up for not having any tanks up there with Leona. So if they do not get off to an early start, if Flow Gaming is just able to keep them down for the entirety of the game, that's just going to spell the end already for them. So they have to make sure that with this team comp that they are doing the damage, that when they go in for these team fights, they fully commit to these team fights, so that that front line doesn't get broken right away, and then misfortune is in danger from that point on. But yeah, with that, Ansem, if you don't have any,
I have no other input because it just seems like so realistically it's team fight first team fight, and that's what I see from both sides. One is just tankier than the other.
Yeah, and I do think that the tankier team comp here does have a lot of damage to back it up between Lucian, Warwick, and Syndra. So I'll be very interested to see how these teams break down as we move on. But yeah, so with no further ado, let's load into the game then and see how this all pans out.
Without further ado, you're in theater. You're in theater. You should know this.
I mean, I may be in theater, but I mean, I guess I don't get the point you're trying to make.
Okay, with that, let's go ahead and just get into it. So we actually do have a 5-man stack, or a line of scrimmage on both sides, but the Syndra is out of position. You're not supposed to be there, and Warwick, you're not supposed to be there either. Warwick, you're supposed to be with the Evelyn. This is not how this is supposed to be. You did not do this correctly.
Shout out to Meristematic, who was my top laner last season and was one of the people tied for MVP in our division. He's a player to look out for. I'm sure he's put a lot of time onto Wukong, and since you already pointed Wukong out, you can be all.
He has the correct skin.
Whatever.
He has the correct skin. He has the correct skin.
Okay, all right, fine.
No. I'll give him credit. He has the correct skin. It's the Dragon Ball Z one.
Yep. Also, looking here, the names on Flow Game clear to the league because they've played in the league before. You know, these people are not new. Meristematic was new last season. I don't recognize a single other player on Maris's team though, so I think they're all new to the league.
So Winged Nation actually did play last season. You wouldn't remember because he subbed out for you.
Well, I know he subbed out for me for a game, but he wasn't on a team last season. Like, he wasn't on a starting lineup.
Yeah, no, he wasn't on a starting lineup.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm having fun with you, Scatter. It's okay.
No, it's okay. I'm enjoying casting with you. This has been a fun so far. So, as expected, poking the Echo down in mid lane pretty well here in the early stages of the game. Nothing too surprising about that. Ansem, you being all fanboy the Wukong, how does the top lane matchup play out here, Sion versus Wukong?
So Wukong is not going to have fun, but before that, we have a fight in the bottom lane. Level 2 for the Nautilus does get a lot of damage onto this Misfortune. She doesn't burn anything, she just uses a health pot. So with how the matchup goes, so Wukong is going to be in pain for a little bit until he can get to that fork. He should be able to do fine for levels 1 through 5. 6 is where he loses. And then once he has his Bork, he wins again.
All right. I appreciate your detailed knowledge of that matchup. Wukong definitely pushing the lane in. He's up a few CS, but it's nothing that Sion can't get here since he's letting the wave push in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Sion, yeah,
nice.
he's taking a lot of damage there, isn't he?
Yeah, so the reason why Bork is so good for Wukong is because his clone will proc the percentage of health from Bork. The only thing it does is it reduces it to either 2 or by 40%. Yeah, to 40% of its damage.
Okay.
So 40% of 12, that's like 5.
Ooh, Syndra doesn't get the stun off with her comp mid. Let's Echo come in and deal some damage. Playing there by Winged Nation, who I know is a good Echo player already. So that's one of his specialties.
Yeah, so this is going to be kind of like a I'm bashing my head into a wall Wukong versus a Scion for the first couple minutes. Just want to say like that.
And again, Syndra misses her combo stun.
Ooh, but does get the flash onto Echo, and that will be death.
That's a very good fear by that warrior. Nice job. So things are progressing here in the game. Syndra now going to be a better CS lead in the mid lane.
So something else that I didn't notice until actually we got to it. Syndra took Dark Harvest.
You're right. I didn't even notice.
I don't think that that's the right choice, but you know, she does what she does.
Yeah, I guess. That's an interesting pick. She also took Cleanse, which I understand just because getting stunned by Leona or Echo kind of spells doom. So that makes sense to me. But the Dark Harvest is real interesting. I guess if you're looking at it this way, because you would usually pick the Electrocute on Syndra, correct? Like, you know, that's how that works.
Yeah.
So I guess the way that Syndra might be looking at this is that with Dark Harvest, she's always going to be guaranteeing that she gets that Electrocute proc off when they're on low health versus like if they have more health on them.
But the thing is, it's like 13 Dark Harvest stacks for it to equal 1 Electrocute.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So it's going to be so late into the game by the time she even matches that damage. And I'd rather have the Electrocute's damage early, just because it can help secure those earlier kills.
Yeah, she only has 1 Dark Harvest stack right now, so it's probably going to take a while.
Yeah. Like, yes, in team fights, she's going to get a lot of stacks, but we're going to have to see just how many she actually makes out of this.
Yeah. It's still an interesting build, and you know, it'll be interesting to see exactly how it pans out as the game goes on. Warwick coming down here by the bot lane. I thought they were going to be setting up for Dragon, but Evelyn and Echo were both able to move down to push them away from it. Nice teamwork and communication there on the side of Holk and friends. So
A little bit of slide action.
Bot lane, interestingly enough, is dead even here between both sides. They both are kind of going for the same thing here in the.
And see, as I
Sigma deck?
said, Scion kind of wins this post 6 until Wukong can get his Orc finished. Oh, but is turning it around.
Yeah, Wukong turning it.
Grass proc onto the Scion, does use his ultimate just to, say, okay, alright, you did a lot of damage to me. I didn't like that, but okay.
And
Evelyn, just go get 6. Oh, but here's Echo with the top lane gank, but Scion is just gonna walk away because it is a Scion.
And with the Echo and the Wukong both top, and Evelyn nowhere to be seen, Warwick decides to just go for the solo dragon, and he takes it. First dragon of the game.
Yeah, until you know that the Evelyn is 6, you can just assume that she's not.
Yeah.
And just go for it.
Echo, are you going to get a kill here? No, Warwick is back in lane to stop you from killing Syndra, and they might even kill you instead. Oh,
There's
so
the Dark
close.
Harvest. That's 2 stack. And Lucian's here to make sure. Yep, and Syndra did get an assist, so her Dark Harvest does reset for cooldown. So now she's got 2. Oh gosh, oh no. Oh no, she's running.
Oh.
Oh, she didn't get the charm, but she is still looking for the damage, but couldn't quite get it.
That still could have been a kill, though, with that ultimate.
Oh, she's coming back in, though.
Hit.
Warwick can, like, sense her.
Yeah, this is oh, she's just gonna go for the ult. Yeah, didn't even need the charm. She just needed a little bit of damage before.
And now Echo's back.
Misses the charm, but it doesn't really matter with Echo there.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets a kill though in a 1v2.
And then the Conqueror or the Triumph, but Echo had just enough damage to take him out.
Nice job, Warwick. You get a kill in a 1v2 situation. And the Wukong and Scion matchup again is just it's a matchup.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be until Bork before Wukong can start taking this back.
Yeah. He's getting there though. He's almost got.
He is getting there.
He's halfway done with it. All right. Scion thought about it. He thought about taking the blast plant over there. Syndra just keeps missing those stuns, just barely. Still, the poke she's getting on the Echo is huge. It's enormous. It's
oh yeah, she now has 3 stacks. So she's getting that damage. She's getting there.
She's getting there. She's doing it.
I'll accept it. She is getting there. 10 more stacks.
She can do it.
At least that was from the last time that I remembered. I don't know if it's changed at all just because of values or whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, Evelyn coming around back on Wukong. Oh, this might be a really cool fight.
Oh, he's fighting. Is keeping him locked out. Oh, but did charm him back up. And he does take him down. That is going to skyrocket Wukong to actually having his Bork sooner.
There we go.
He doesn't have it yet. He will not have it yet. He'll have the recurve if he were to back now. So he needs another 700 gold.
He can certainly get that here, but he doesn't have a lot of mana to use his abilities here to farm fast.
He has enough. So it's about 170 for a full combo. At least that's what it was before, but then they changed the numbers. Hold up, 50, 80, 40. So yeah, about 170 mana for a full combo with all of his abilities. But he chooses nah. So he's going to go back, get a recurve, probably get a couple pinks and some.
He bought boots.
He already had boots.
Oh, did he?
Yep. Yeah. So he bought the recurve boot and the pink wards. He did not get any potions though, so that's going to be interesting to see later.
Oh, he's got some life steal.
Well, so the thing is,
He can
with
combo.
Wukong, you like to go for the corrupting potion. Oh, hold on that. Oh, but does miss the initial hit, but still takes down the Syndra.
Evelyn has been
Ugh.
missing that initial hit on the every time so far. But she always follows it up with an auto attack just to get the charm going anyway. Like, at this point,
No, you
just
need
do
to
the
break
auto
it.
attack. At this point, just hit him and do the charm, and then you can guarantee that you're gonna hit him with like the tailspin thing
Yikes.
there. You know.
Ouch. Ah. It's like Wukong is just saying, "Ow, ow, ow."
Gotta build that bramble vest, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, no, that's what he did. That's what Sion did because he knows what's coming next.
Yep.
God, he's got so much armor.
Oh, they're gonna get collapsed
Oh
on
boy.
down here in the bot lane. This is quite the roam by Echo, but they are making it work.
Down goes Nautilus. Misfortunes. Double ups are hitting pretty hard when they kill a minion, but with that being said, it is a 1-for-0.
And Syndra was following. It's just she was just too far behind to be there in time to stop that dive from.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they're going to get Dragon out of this too. Nice job, Hulk and friends, for securing a
And
Dragon.
now they know where she is. They know not. Okay, this is where you go. Okay, they literally just finished Drake. I don't want to be there.
Oh, that was cool. Okay, so Syndra sat there in the bush knowing that Ocean Drake was coming up. And as soon as the extra bush appeared there, she just kept staying out of sight and moving along it.
All right, Wukong is slowly but surely going to be able to get his Bork. I apologize. It's been a long day.
You know what? I will say this. Watching Evelyn just farm, there's something really satisfying about it. Yeah. It's just satisfying.
So I liked, just because of posterity, the old Evelyn's Q. Just because there wasn't an inherent cooldown when you were on Earth. So I would just walk up and just mash that Q button.
Well, yeah, that's what you do. Just mash that
Oh,
button as
this
hard as
Leona
you
doesn't
can.
do the auto Q auto thing.
That's all right.
It's alright.
Still, bot lane being like super even in everything, really. I mean, they're about even in CS. They have 1 assist each. The supports have about the same CS each.
The Nautilus died because of that huge gank that happened. Trying to save everybody else. But now Wukong is like, okay, Mr. Sion, please stop.
Here. Oh, the fear!
Oh, the
was
perfectly
so good.
timed fear.
Oh, they interrupt Misfortune's ultimate bot lane.
And now Lucian's trying to return some fire onto this. He doesn't get a lot of damage.
That could have been huge.
Alright, Wukong does have his Bork now, but Sion has a lot of health and armor, so it's going to be very hard for him to take down now. He needs to get a Bork.
Warwick, she knows you're there, buddy.
But he doesn't know that. You don't, as that, you don't see the outline. You just see that he knows that there's a ward there.
Oh, we're getting one hell of a fight.
Yeah, Echo uses ultimate. Does get out of that. Wukong comes into the fight and is now going to charge in. Does Bork the Sion. Sion does have his flash, so he's going to have to flash over. Wukong still charging at the Syndra. Does get pushed away from her and is still looking to get her. She's getting chased down, but Wukong is accepting that she's just going to kill her. Just going to kill him if he
has
stays
her
anyway.
own self-peel, everybody. That's why she's such a good champion. And the way she's moving around here is really fun, too. I mean, she's still probably dead. No, Evelyn doesn't keep going for it. Interesting choice. So I wanted to say this earlier, but like there kept being action, so I couldn't say it. It was after the 14-minute mark when they dropped Shelly top lane, so there were no tower plates for Shelly to get for gold anymore, and the tower was not low enough where Shelly was going to kill the tower. So if that was dropped early before the timer would have ran out on Shelly, that's a lesson that you can learn there is like, well, we got to make sure that if there are no plates to get, that we at least drop Shelly when we know we can get a tower out of it, get some objective for it. The last thing you want to do is drop Shelly where you don't get any plates and you don't get a tower, where it just deals some damage and that's all that happens. That's the last thing you want to do.
Oh, here comes Warwick. We're angry. Oh, and goes back to the misfortune. Does get the knock up, and it does go down.
Now, I may say that about Shelly, but then again, I wasn't looking at the timer on Shelly, so maybe I was running on, he was full. That could have been the case. I'm not sure.
I did not see the Shelly timer. I cannot comment. Ooh, demolish. Wait, Wukong, go! You have Conqueror stacking, go! You had 6 stacks!
Wukong can win this fight if he just fully engages. And he's choosing not to.
Yeah, he had his Conqueror stacks. He actually could have just gone and go for it, but he has no vision. Even though he knows that he just saw Warwick down bottom lane killing his misfortune.
Yeah. And Evelyn and Warwick are both doing a really good job this game. They're both showing that they know these champions really well.
Yeah, they're both ganking really well for both sides. Looks like Evelyn did go for the Mage Eyes, so she's trying to scale harder than he can.
It's a ballsy play, but it can pay off.
She's got 8 stacks. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, here it goes.
Oh,
gee.
Oh,
that was beautiful. That was a beautiful flash.
Oh, the Evelyn wants that kill. Oh, she was thirsty for blood.
And now she's got that 10 stack passive, so now she moves even faster.
Oh man.
Now you gotta watch out for that.
That's one of those things that if you're the Syndra in that situation, and if this was, you just get up and walk away from the computer for a few seconds. You just gotta let that one go.
Oh, here it goes. Here we go, baby. Aw, he didn't get in front of him.
The classic using the ultimate to escape move. Nice of you, Scion.
Coward! Yes. Yes, you are a coward.
Hey, if being a coward wins you the game in the end, I don't see a problem with it.
I mean, it's currently not winning him, so...
Yeah, but it might pay off in the end.
Oh, hold up.
Man,
Wukong has no mana. Wukong, you have no mana. Wukong, you have no mana. All right.
And Wukong continuously gets hit by the fully charged Q there on. Well, it happens the entire game. It's been happening.
Also, I've noticed that he's been using his E to get onto the Scion, like on top of him, and it's like use your W to dodge it, and then go in on him. But he doesn't do that, and I am sad.
Well, I think it's just overconfidence, just expecting that the Bork is going to be enough to take you through the fight, maybe.
Oh, down goes Syndra. Syndra is not having a happy time right now.
Okay, good. Takes out the turret before Warwick gets the fear on. Good. Good job. So this game is really even for everything that we've seen so far. The gold difference is under 1,000. It's only a few hundred. It's very, very much an even game. Granted, Hulk and Friends does have 2 dragons and 1 tower, to the other team having 1 tower and 1 dragon apiece. But yeah, I can't wait for the first time we see IV team fight, because once we see a full 5v5 team fight, I think that just is going to determine the course of the entire rest of the game as soon as we get our first full.
And just because I'm keeping track of it, Syndra has 4 stacks now.
Thank you for the Dark Harvest update, Ansem.
Yep, you are welcome.
Dark Harvest field reporter Ansem here on the news station, everybody.
Every Friday at 8:11 p.m. EST.
All right, Wukong, are you gonna try fighting him again? Or are you gonna just get CS? What's the plan?
He wants to fight.
He
Like
wants. Well,
I
the
can
Conqueror's dead.
tell you 100%. He just wants to fight.
Yeah, Conqueror's
Ooh,
dead.
missed
He
the
won
knockout.
fight. But see, these guerrilla tactics will work. This will work to win you the fight. This is what to do.
That's where you just flash in front of him and go, "No, we're fighting this." Because under tower there, no, you don't get nothing from that.
Ooh, all the team was there. They might have been able to catch out.
Oh, but they're catching out Nautilus, the tanky boy. But Misfortune layers out the ultimate and
The
does
zoning ultimate.
huge amount of damage. Lucian flashing over and gets a
Ooh.
double kill, barely survived to get the Echo and the Misfortune. But now everybody's got to
Oh.
run from this Wukong because he's going to get him, and down he goes. No monkey business here today.
Oh!
And he didn't ult. He didn't have the ultimate. Wukong is now the only damaging threat onto the side of, and he does take out the Warwick now. It was a 3-for-2 in favor of Flow Gaming, but that Wukong is getting mighty scarier now.
So, and even though like that fight breaks out, and we see some really good things out of both sides there, Flow Gaming is still ahead. They were ahead by a couple hundred earlier, and now that lead has grown to roughly 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Also,
So-
with this, I think Wukong has enough for Black Cleaver. Yes, he does. Oh, but Wukong's charging in there. He's looking to go in on the flank, but he doesn't think it's a good idea because everybody's walking away.
Yeah, he needs to look for a flank here in these fights.
He
Catch
needs
them
to go
off
back
guard.
and get his Black Cleaver. Like he has over 2,000 gold. He needs to get that. Like I get that there's a fight for this Drake happening right now, but you need that to cut through this Scion. You don't have a way to get through him otherwise at this point.
All right, there it is.
Oh,
You
no.
found the Wukong. Oh, it goes in with the ultimate though to distract them.
And they are going to drop everybody. Bodies are dropping on both sides. Now Echo's trying to kill the Lucian, and he doesn't take him out, just barely. Now Echo's trying to escape from the Scion, who's doing a lot of damage. Oh no, the dragon reset. They actually didn't do much damage to it, baiting the Evelyn in.
Wow.
Yeah, Scion was the only one really doing damage to it, so it was like, oh god, it's getting lower and lower. Nope.
Yeah, if that dragon hadn't reset there, that was their dragon.
Yep. But now it's a tied ball game. Oh no, Warwick found you. But he
Getting away from
gets
him before
away.
the fear hits. There you go.
Ooh,
Avoiding
nice
the
dodge.
knockup.
Nice
Very
dodges.
nice.
And there's the Black Cleaver for Wukong. Wukong is the only thing in this game that can actually fight this Scion and legitimately have threat to kill him.
They can probably get this tower here.
Yeah,
Just have
Scion can
tank
tank
the
it.
whole time.
Ooh. And now Misfortune is going to drop onto this Syndra. Syndra goes down.
Oh, okay,
And
good
now
flash.
Mr. Echo goes in. Scion uses his ultimate to get out of dodge.
So they get tower, and only one of them dies. I'd take that trade. And the death was on
But
Syndra
now-
as well. And Syndra didn't have a bounty on her either because she's 1, 6, and 3. So
But now Wukong is
take-
getting top tower too. So now that's 2-tower trade effectively.
No. That's them getting 1 tower and a kill on Syndra versus the other team just getting a tower. They came out ahead.
I'll call it even because they still got the top tower with no response. Oh boy. Okay. Hulk.
Oh, that was a
Oh,
really
and down
nice-
goes the Warwick just barely not able to kill him, and Wukong is tearing the team apart. Misfortune is trying to ult to keep everybody down, and Wukong has to go in to try to keep everybody back. And Misfortune goes down to the Syndra ultimate. Now Echo's trying to get the Syndra before he goes down to his own death too. But now he's going to be saving himself from the ultimate. Doesn't take down the Nautilus, and now Warwick is hunting down this Evelyn. But unfortunately, it won't be enough, and that'll be a 5-4-0.
This should be Baron. Everybody should come to Baron right now and finish it off as quick.
I would be fine with Syndra not going just because she has no HP, but everybody else, yeah.
I mean, she can hit it from range and not get hurt. She's fine. So that's a really good use of the Evelyn ultimate in that last team fight. Wanted to point that out. It was right at the beginning of the fight. Nautilus ulted her, and then to escape from the Nautilus ultimate hitting her, she uses her ultimate, and it completely negates the Nautilus ultimate, and she escapes further back so that she doesn't die. Really excellent positioning and use of the ability there by Evelyn.
Well, so I'm going to comment on that actually. So yes, good use of the ultimate to get out of the Nautilus ultimate, but her position put herself there in the first place by eating the full culling from Lucian.
Sure, but at the same time, if you're gonna live through that ultimate, good, because now Nautilus can't use it on Misfortune.
Yeah, but I think it was a poor positioning choice by the Evelyn to just eat that to the face. Like, if she was going up in front of the Lucian and not getting hit, I would agree with you. But I feel like that was just way too high overconfidence. And now they're charging onto the Wukong. Wukong uses the stopwatch to dodge the Scion. And Wukong is now looking to see if he can maybe turn it onto the Scion. Evelyn going on into the side does look for the Syndra, but is unable to get it through the minions.
Ooh,
Leona does use her ultimate, but it doesn't reach onto anybody, and now they're going to have to walk away, with Echo also not being able to hit into anybody.
So we see nobody die in any of this stuff going around the map, and that's pretty remarkable. And we got a little bit of Looney Tunes slapstick humor there by Scion ulting right through the Wukong. Used as yes.
Oh, here we come, boy! Let's get ready to rumble! Leona is going to be chomped and nommed on by the Warwick, but unfortunately, that is going to be all. So Warwick is just going to walk away. Wukong is trying to beat up on this Scion with Conqueror, with Black Cleaver, with Bork, and he is doing a pretty good job, actually. I'm going to agree with you on that. Warwick, or Scion rather, is going to ult away once again.
That's
what
happens
a coward.
That's what he does every time.
Yep, it's what he does every time. And Wukong doesn't position himself in front of him either, so that keeps happening.
Now, Wukong, you can push this lane hard and get the lane tower. Or you can transition with the team to go to Dragon. You guys have some possibilities.
And you do neither of them.
Did they have any wards in the river? Maybe they just had no vision.
They did not have any wards in the river. The ward that's at the entryway, that's been there for a while.
All right. So I don't know, maybe they're just not aware of, maybe they're not paying close enough attention to the dragon timers to know when dragon spawn, like when they need to prepare for it. You know, because you would hope that you would watch the dragon timer and that, hey, when there's a minute until dragon spawns, you tell the whole team, like, all right, position for dragon, let's go take out their vision, put vision down there, let's get ready to do dragon when it comes up in a minute.
So a couple of points here. One for items. Misfortune actually picked up a QSS. Good. Evelyn still has her Magi. Not good.
Yeah. The Magi's was a risk. We all knew it. It was a risky play.
And,
it was a risky pick.
And now Evelyn just took the red buff from Misfortune. Not nice.
I mean, maybe that was the team call just because Evelyn is sitting at...
Oh, God.
You know, Misfortune is not having a good game.
I just had a thought. Scion's going to have Triple Ocean with Soul soon.
Yeah, if they get Soul.
Wukong is never going to be able to kill him.
If they get Soul.
If they get Soul, yes, but like... If that happens, oh my god. Scion
No.
literally is
Wukong
unkillable.
can still fight that if he just gets an anti-healing item on. You know,
Yeah, but
apply
okay.
some grievous wounds on that guy.
Yeah.
He can still win that.
Maybe a last whisper to boot with it. Mortal reminder.
Yeah, I mean that's what he'd have to build.
I know that was the joke.
I know. I know.
Okay. Wukong does actually take down the bottom lane tower, so that is some global gold
There we
to
go.
the team. Evelyn does push in the top lane as well. I'm not sure why she was pushing it.
Yeah. You want to have that. You want to have her as a constant threat coming from her.
Anywhere. Yeah, from
So
anywhere.
so if she shows up in vision anywhere on the map, that's good for the other team because then they know where
She's
she
not
is.
there.
And it's like,
They
hey,
know
we
it's
can
like,
fight. We don't need to worry about her anymore.
ooh, just missed the scout of the week.
Lucian all by himself down here in the bot lane. That's okay. He's just getting some CS so we can go back and hit him. And I would like to point out the gold difference again. We're at a 5,000 gold difference, roughly 5,000.
I'd rather point out the level difference. Level 16 Lucian to level 13 MF. That's a difference.
Yep, that's true. You're not wrong about that. However, Misfortune just got to sit in the back of the fight and lay her ultimate down on the entire other team, and she's fine. That's all she's got to do. That's her job. She doesn't have to do that much more than that.
Lucian's got to scrap in there.
Yep. So it can still work out for Misfortune being 3 levels down. That's okay. That's fine. She is also 60 down, so there's also that as an issue. But her itemization is not bad. You know,
Oh, no.
she's not doing horrible in that aspect. She's doing what she can. She had to pay the QSS tax, you know, but
so
she's all right.
Wukong is not going for a last whisper. He's going for Warmogs. That's a Warmog setup.
That's interesting.
That does nothing for you, Mr. Sir.
Now
Like,
watch, they win the game, and like you gotta take all these words back after you say them.
Oh no, I'm not going to take it back.
Oh wow!
Wait, Wukong, hello? Oh, the Suiciders are in the back line. They are trying to take down the Lucian. They do take him down, but Evelyn is already down, and now Echo's trying to find a way out of this fight. And Misfortune is getting gunned down by the Scion.
Oh man!
Wukong does W out of that, and he is able to get out. But now they're having to deal with 3 tanky boys. And Leona all alone now to deal with this. Oh, Echo's still alive. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. But there's enough crowd control between these 2 big beefy boys to stop her from doing anything.
Echo, you're not doing any damage because they're so tanky.
Oh wait, there's some damage, but now it's oh wait, yeah.
Oh, is he gonna outplay this?
It lasted so long. His ultimate came back up.
I'm really happy, actually.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
And Echo stays around. Is he just gonna try to defend this?
No, yeah, you just wave clear it. You go, okay, soul points up soon. Evelyn, go get that for me, bae. Thanks. Echo, I have TP. We have priority on this. Let's get this.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez, what was that?
Damage.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not what you want to see going into Dragon. No.
Oh my god. But that burst damage was insane.
That's that was a lot. That was a lot to handle there.
All right.
So this can be stolen.
Did I jinx it and say that they were going to get soul?
Ooh. Close Echo. You had the right idea. Timing was almost there. You had the right idea.
Yeah,
so that's Dragon Soul.
Did I jinx that?
You, I wouldn't say you jinxed it, but you might have predicted it.
I mean, I just think of that and go, oh god, that's so scary to think about. Because now he has like 4,000 HP. Yeah, over 4,000, almost 4.5.
Just wait until he builds a gargoyle for his last item on top of this. Just wait.
Okay, I'll wait. I don't think they're going to, but I'll wait. Oh no.
I just think from like
Down
it would
goes
be
Leona.
funny if that was his.
Doobie doobie doo, wah doobie doobie. Oh god.
I mean,
And down goes.
I don't think the game is going long enough. Over
I don't think it's going that long.
last item is anyway, so it's fine.
Oh no, he went for Sterix Gauge. I apologize. I said the wrong item. That's either Sterix Gauge or Titanic, and neither of those are going to do what it needs to do. But it does take out the Lucian. The Evelyn did take down the Syndra, but now they've got to run away. Alright, so their carries are down. That's actually not that bad, but they still have to deal with 3 very beefy boys.
Evelyn wants this.
She doesn't want it anymore, I think.
She does no damage. Echo takes the hook to save Evelyn's life.
And now Wukong is also going to die. Yeah, like the Ocean Drake is just way too powerful for tanks. Like, they do any damage and then they just don't die.
Yeah, that's a rough game right there. That's Ocean Drake just made that game way rougher than it needed to be.
Yeah, like, I think if it was any other Drake, maybe, but like, the fact that Scion, who is this gigantic monster of a champion, just doesn't take damage, and now he does obscene amounts of damage as well, you're not going to get past this.
And there we go. That is the end of the game right there. They are conceding with the disconnects at the end of the game. They are conceding the victory over to Flow.
Scion charges in, tries to get the misfortune, does die in the end, but his passive lives on all forever.
So Flow Gaming takes game 1 of the series. Saw a lot of interesting stuff out of that game. Saw some plays. How many stacks did Syndra have at the end of the game? She had 11 stacks at the end of the game.
That's not enough.
Just that we have an update there on that.
Yeah, 2 stacks short.
Well played by both teams. It was an even game for a long time there. And it wasn't so much Flow Gaming stomping Hulk and friends down to the ground or anything like that. It was a very slow and very methodical, almost a march to get to the end of the game on their end of things.
All right, so we're going to take just a minute break to set up for game 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
for Game 2 of the series between Flow Gaming and Credible Hulk and Friends. So, after Game 1, if we look at the Pro Draft, if we look at the champions that were picked and banned, we see that teams did learn some lessons from that first game. Namely, that Flow Gaming decided to ban the hell out of that Evelyn. And Credible Hulk and Friends also decided to ban the hell out of that Scion.
And the Nautilus. And the Warwick.
And the Nautilus and the Warwick. But I think the Scion is what they cared a little bit more, you know? I mean, they banned Nautilus in the beginning to take a support off the table, but they banned Scion and Warwick round 2 because we don't want an Ocean Drake on that Scion again.
Also, so I have a question as to who the support is, but we'll get to that in a minute. If you're planning to play Karma, you don't need to ban Morgana, because Karma is a great counter to Morgana.
I don't know, man.
Just support things. But just 2 more team fight comps. I don't have much else to talk about. I want to get into this match. Let's go. Mr. Producer, send us in.
Hasagi!
All right. Everybody's spawning in on the Rift. One thing I do want to talk about here for the team comps as they are getting into the line of scrimmage here. I do like that Hulk and Friends kept Wukong as a pick, but they moved Wukong into the jungle so they can put Set up in top lane. I like that transition. I like that slight adjustment there by them.
Oh. Okay, so she does get the mana flow proc, I think. Yes, she does take mana flow. Okay.
I also like pairing Jin up with Karma. That's a good pairing as far as I'm concerned. But the one thing I don't like about that, though, is that if Jin is facing tanks, that's a bad idea. You don't want to face any tanks if you're playing Jin, and the other team has at least 2, if not 3 tanks. You know,
2.5
between Ornn, Alistar, and Zac. So that's not a good recipe of success for Jin. But again, you know, we'll see how the game pans out. If Jin is able to just focus on Syndra and Tristana without being stopped, it'll work out. The pick will be fine. It'll work out. It'll do its job. But if Jin cannot get around those tanks, it's not going to do much.
Yeah, so for effectively 8 or 9 seconds of the fight, Alistar will be a 3rd tank, just reducing physical damage and magical by 55% at level 1 for the ultimate, and whatever the aftershock will give him at that time.
Yeah, and what I do want to point out about the Jin pick is that they picked Jin as their 2nd pick. So all of the tanks that the other team picked were all after Jin was locked in. So they did their job during that draft. They did their job in determining, hey, this is how we stop Jin and make him less effective overall.
Nice charm.
Like, that's one of the things I'm always concerned about during draft is that if my team wants to draft Jin, you have to save Jin for one of your last picks in the 2nd round. You have to save him to see what the other team is picking to determine if Jin's going to be a good pick for you or not, because he's only a situational pick. He's not like he was at release where you picked him all the time.
Oh, Alistar goes in. Tristana does jump onto the Karma and does look like to get... Oh no, she does get the final shot off, and now Alistar will pay the price for your sin.
Okay, so they traded support for support. That's okay. The downside is that they traded support for support where Jin has a CS reason. Like the wave is being kept around the middle. And in a 1-on-1, Jin is going to win against Tristana right now. So she has
Especially considering, you know, level 2 versus level 3. Ouch.
Zac
does get
comes
some
around.
pretty
Zac
good-
is sitting in bot lane. Maybe gank opportunity.
Yeah, the Jin has no sums. If he gets hit up by anybody, then he's dead.
And Alistar still has Ignite. He didn't use it
And
in that
flash.
last
And
engage.
flash.
And Flash.
Oh no, the orange couldn't clap.
Oh, Zach's going in for this. Oh, that should be a dead Jhin if they all do their jobs right.
Tristana doesn't have her jump yet. She already used it. They can't get her. No.
Oh, man. You had the right idea. You had it. Just didn't get it by a little bit.
Yeah, the Zac didn't get his initial knockup, and he kind of greeted it a little bit by trying to hit the karma with the stun
Mm-hmm.
instead of going for the minion that was behind Zac, which would have pulled him closer.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, up in top lane here, we're seeing Wukong taking part of the jungle from Zac. It's an interesting choice to go for the Krugs, though, because, I mean, we've had arguments about it in the Discord server with some junglers saying that Krugs are just not worth your time. That if you're going to take any camp from the enemy, don't make it Krugs. They take too long to take down. You're spending way too much time doing it, and you're not getting much for your time either.
Mental note: the Wukong chose the wrong skin.
Maybe
I
he doesn't have the right skin.
No, that's irrelevant. You can get the right skin. Oh, but they're looking for a dive onto this Ornn. Set does take the initial
Yep, knock him off. That's
aggro.
what you do. Nice juking around by Ornn. Good work.
Yeah, it does use the flash, but that's okay. You know, you almost took down the set too, technically.
That was a really good showing by First Degree playing this Ornn. Nice work. Fancy footwork there.
And now the retaliation on the bottom side. Red side is looking to take this Ocean Drake. Zac is getting a little low. He can't stay on it anymore. It's getting to be a little
That's okay.
blobbed.
I mean, Alistar's there to tank it. That's his job.
And now Ari's turn to take on the Ornn.
Ooh, misses
Ooh,
the charm.
Does miss
Sad.
the charm. Oh, a little bit of taunting there. It's like he dodged everything.
That's a little bit of
I'll,
taunting. That's
I'll allow. I'll
a
allow.
little bit of BM.
But
You're on thin ice, buddy.
I'll allow it because he dodged some pretty good stuff up there.
No. You're on the tribunal. You don't get to a.
But I thought the rules don't apply because I am tribunal.
It's not how it works.
Oh,
It's not
Well,
how it works, buddy.
then
Sorry
I
to
gotta go say
disappoint you.
sorry to everybody afterwards. Oh, Charm lands onto the
Ooh.
Syndra and flashes over. Why would you flash over? You know there's an Ahri on the other side.
And you know you're dead, so don't waste flash. Keep it in your pocket for later.
Yeah, like that's where you just sit there and go, "Yep." Alistar with the knockup is trying to get those stacks from the cowbells and doesn't get it.
Doesn't stay in there long enough to get the cowbell to finish off its job. Who's got the minion dematerializer? Is that Karma?
Alistar.
Oh, okay. I just heard the sound effect for it. I was like, what? Who did that? So the
Alright,
game is essentially even. Keeping the
Oh,
Alistar.
Alistar's taking a bit of damage. He's going down pretty low.
This is risky.
Finn
Okay.
did get it.
Pulled it off. Nice job, guys. Good work on that. Good dive.
Return fire onto this Ahri for getting her earlier. Does throw the ultimate. Barely doesn't get her.
Oh!
Oh, and she got it with the last Q. Good job.
Good
Now-
work. Zac and Ornn
Ornn-
together should make quick work. Set. Yep, and indeed they do. Set doesn't even get to throw the haymaker out to save himself.
Yeah, just layered the crowd control just right.
Well done. Good coordination. Good teamwork. And that gives them the lead now. It's still a close game. They only have like a 700 lead or so, but it's something. They were behind by about 1,000 earlier. So we're seeing some breath of life here on Flow Gaming after an early deficit.
Yeah, 1,000 gold lead for Flow Gaming now. And Zach is trying to take this rift, but Wukong, he sees him, so Zach's like, okay, all right, I accept it, and just leaves.
Yep. You let that reset. You let Shelly go back into her little penned up area there. Oh no, they're actually going to fight her.
Oh, they're holding it right here.
They're corralling this.
Wait, okay, now it's going to reset. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble now because there's the potential for a full team.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Alistar, you don't have your ultimate yet. And
Oh, Set coming in, dealing some damage, doing some work.
Set doesn't have his haymaker. He does have it now, just doesn't have enough damage to take out Syndra or Zac. And now they're going to have to run away from this Ornn. Ari does ignite the Ornn, does try to be fancy.
That's a dead Ornn.
Come on, you have one more. You had one more R. No, Ari. Oh
That's
no.
gonna be a dead Ari afterwards.
She had one last charge of her R, but she didn't use it. And it timed out.
So after all that dancing around and fighting, Flow Gaming is going to take this Rift Herald. They have Shelly on their side now. Ornn teleports to bot lane because Tristana's up top. So Tristana's going to push top lane. They're going to do a bit of a lane swap, looks like, because Ornn's going to want to stay after TPing down there.
Yeah. And it's not like there's a dragon coming up soon, right? Right?
Yeah,
Oh wait, there is.
I mean...
There is in 39 seconds.
So maybe a bit of a macro mistake. Depends on how quickly both teams go after this dragon. But if you are playing as Holk and friends, you should be looking at the timer. You should be looking that your bot lane has priority, and that even with Ari and Wukong coming down, that is a 4v3 at best that you're going to have down there to take that dragon. And that's basically your dragon. So you should go for this. You should be making this decision right now. And they kind of are. Wukong is going over there to get ready. Karma's going up to do some vision and seeking out here.
And Set
Ari's
can,
gonna-
keep this from falling for a bit. Just with the haymaker alone.
Jin getting some poke and a snare and more poke.
Does get the snare. Syndra is going down to the Ari. Ari's going to have to juke a little bit of this damage. It's getting taken down. And so close. Just one Q had to land.
Yeah, she could have traded that 1v1, but Wukong was there to say...
Alright, now this is the part where Set needs to walk away. Or just die, I guess. That also works.
Yeah. And with
Nice
Shelly there
stopwatch.
still hitting that tower, no, that's rough. I don't think they're going to take the tower down. It has a lot of defenses at this point.
Yeah, even with the Buster Shot. Or the Explosive Charge, sorry. It's on its last 1,000, but they're not getting it on this wave. Maybe this one here.
They got another wave.
Yeah, they got another wave. Maybe on this one.
Maybe they'll get it.
Fire! Everybody hit this damn thing!
A tower doesn't want to die though. It's trying to.
It's
so hard.
Jesus.
There it
500 plus armor and MR. Like you tickle, like a minion tickles it just as much as you do.
Yeah, basically. So good on them. They got first tower of the game with the help of Shelly. Pretty good tower dive there.
Ooh, nice charm for the Ari. It is getting the better of this Syndra.
Wow. Really good play by Ari. Really, really good maneuvering positioning and fighting there.
Yes, so Winged Nation, despite having been behind in CS both games, has gotten the better of Syndra on both sides. I like it. I can dig it.
He knows his champion pool. You know? I don't know a lot of people that... Because it's not like he's playing... I'm not trying to say that he's playing badly or anything, but, he's got such a CS deficit in mid but he's making up for it by making plays and getting kills. He's doing the Niski thing that he does for Cloud9, where he might go down on CS, but he's going to make up for it in other ways throughout the course of the game.
Oh, he mistimed it. Oh, but the Wukong didn't get hit by it.
Oh,
And now
Ornn!
the top lane fight is happening. Wukong does go down to the tower, shooting him in the back.
And Ornn completely missed that ultimate, or maybe he was expecting a flash, and so the ultimate would have hit him. Maybe that was the plan there. I don't know.
Oh, and here comes the Zac. Does get the stun onto the Ahri. Ahri does not have her charm, and Syndra has had enough of this. And with the help of Zac, does take down the Ahri for a bit of a shutdown, I believe.
Ahri did do quite a lot of damage there, though. So
Yeah, so they're not going to get much for damage on tower, but with that, it does help Syndra get a little bit back in her pocket, and pushes Zac to be even more of a tank right now.
So we're already seeing some interesting choices come out here. For one, hey, Syndra's using Electrocute this, not Dark Harvest. So, good job there. Good change. You're doing your job.
She was listening to me.
She was apparently listening to you in the past. Yes.
Yep.
If Set and Wukong go in for a fight together, both of them having Conqueror, that could be amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. I'm looking forward to seeing what Ornn does, because Ornn prioritized a Bramble Vest and a Sunfire. I see a lot of Ornn's, their first two items are Abyssal Mask plus Sunfire.
Ooh,
no matter
nice
what the matchup
cancel
is.
of the R. Does dodge the charm, does dodge the Q, and now we're returning fire onto them. Wukong is going to have to get out of there too. And with that, they have dragon control again.
And the dragon control is so important. They're doing a really good job of it too. Dragon's up in a minute. So they're all there putting vision down, checking for vision. They happen to get it.
Oh, they looks like they caught out the Syndra. Tristana's way far away, is just now joining the fight. It's a little bit late. Ornn may actually choose to charge his R, but he is going to die before he can even flash away.
And they can get tower, and then after getting tower, just go back and get dragon. It's up in 30 seconds. Dragon's all
Wukong is
yours,
heading
guys.
to the Rift Herald. So they're calling for a split play here with... oh wait, where's the dragon?
Dragon's up in 15 seconds.
Thank you, thank you.
It's
Yeah,
not
so
quite up yet.
Yeah, so Wukong went to go and get the Rift, but he didn't actually even get it.
Yeah, it was a weird call, especially when you know you can look at the timer here and you can see Zac is on his way. You know that they're going to prioritize dragon because they were just in river prioritizing dragon. You know when you killed them.
Yep. Now the smart thing for Zac to actually do would to be have use his E to get over to the wall and hit the blast cone, but he chose not to do this. Now they have an in.
So Wukong has to go for his steal because they're taking this thing down pretty quickly. He's got to try to time this.
He's holding it.
Okay,
He's going in now.
He
stole it! Ahri's blocking on the top half of this fight, whereas Set got the bottom. And they do pull the Syndra, and now their Syndra is going down. Tristana did not get the jump off properly. Does have to use the Buster Shot. Ahri does charm into the get Tristana. And with that, a 3 for 0 and a stolen dragon.
And a tower to follow it up here. They're transitioning to the bot lane to take this tower, push this lane, pushing their advantage.
No.
And we have an even game at 29,000 gold apiece, ladies and gentlemen.
Alistar's got to be hating himself for that one. He not only didn't push the Wukong out before he got in, he pushed him out after he stole the Drake.
Ornn missed his ultimate.
No, he got charmed. He got charmed.
Oh, okay.
And so now Set's going to try to tank all this up.
Ooh.
Does barely get out of there just in time. Yeah, Ahri clutched that charm out onto the
Oh
Ornn.
boy, that's how you stop an Ornn ultimate. Oh! And the shield from Karma and the heal from Jin keep Karma alive through the Syndra ultimate on the escape.
Oh.
Wow. That's just heartbreaking.
The Syndra never finished her Ludens.
Yeah, it's been really rough for Syndra this game. She doesn't have a single completed item yet.
And yes, I never count boots.
No, boots don't count as a completed item. You don't count them in that count. They're just boots.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the call was, or like what the reasoning is for Syndra completing an item, because I get that you're building that Oblivion Orb, and I get that you're probably going towards a Morellonomicon, but you need the Luden's Echo. You need to finish that first item. Finishing any item is better than having pieces of a few items.
Tell that to Camille. Builds Tiamat, builds parts of Trinity Force, builds parts of
I don't play
Holk.
top lane. I don't play top lane. I don't. Nope. I'm not going to comment on top lane. So this game looks like it is squarely in the hand of credible Hulk and friends.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
They got their plays, they got their kills, they got their objectives, they were pushing their advantages, and it looks like they have another play in mind here because they're all by mid lane here in the jungle.
Sa.
Yeah, whatever made up language that is. It's just made up gobbledygook nonsense that's supposed to sound like a language.
Runeterra is a language.
So
But anyway.
Set is split pushing top lane without teleport. So if Flow Gaming is aware of this, they can use that to their advantage. Because Ornn does have teleport. You can have Ornn split pushing with Set. You can call for a team fight and have Ornn teleport in there to help with the team fight where Set can't follow.
Yeah, they're looking for it. Ari definitely can't join. They could have pulled the trigger right there.
They should get this tower though. This is their tower, and they can keep pushing mid if they. They're not going to though. They're just going to move on from it. Ari's making her way up river. I think they're aware, and they're just going to play it safe.
Zach.
Oh, they drop Shelby. They drop Shelby down to give them a hand. I think that one for sure was just time running out.
Yeah, that. Oh.
Wow.
Does blow up the Karma. Karma goes down. Wukong trying to assassinate one of the teams in the back line. Ornn uses his ultimate, and Zac is into their back line as well. Doesn't get his ultimate off for some reason, and does kill out the what was that? The Set? Yeah, the Set does drop. Ari does get out. She still has one last charge, and there it is. So with that, 2 for 0 on the side of Flow Gaming.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I was talking about earlier in the game. That
wait a minute.
Ari's dead. Ari's dead.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that I was talking about earlier. With all these tanks on Flow Gaming's side, Jin's gonna have a hard time getting anything done. And we saw it there
Ornn's dead.
And we saw it there with his ultimate in that last team fight. He activated the ultimate. He tried to get some shots off, but in the end, he hit the front line and no damage was dealt. And are we transitioning for another dragon contest here?
Yes, but
I mean, one side clearly has an advantage in getting this dragon, and Wukong recalls, but the other team isn't doing anything.
But they don't know that he recalled. They had no vision.
Yeah, you're right. There's no vision there. You're right.
So, of course, I'm right. I'm always right. He said sarcastically.
So interesting. We're still even in gold. 3,700 gold apiece. 37,000 gold apiece. My bad. I mean, this game is so even compared to last game. Last game, you know, we saw a lead and the lead continued, right? Not this game.
It does look like the Ahri does take out the Tristana. Tristana does get some damage out. Syndra does try to take out the Ahri with her ultimate and does take her out with the final Q. Wukong does finish off the Zac. The Zac is going down now. Alistar is trying to take up in the team fight, but is unable to finish off the Set. Set does live thanks to the Triumph procs. And with that, another...
keep stopping Ornn's ultimate. Every single time Ornn blows... Somebody stops Ornn from hitting it back into the team. Someone does it. Last fight, it was Ahri with the charm. This fight, it was Set using his E to pull Ornn into him so that he couldn't hit the ultimate back. They're doing such a good job of stopping this from being a threat to them. The easy way to stop the Ornn ult is to just pick Braum as your support, right? Because like you just throw the shield up, it stops the ult from hitting the whole team. But they're being so creative in how they're doing it this game with the champs that they have.
Yeah, so the two obvious ways are Braum and Yasuo. Just stop it. But yeah, they're doing a pretty good job with this.
Like, I guess...
Oh, so Syndra finished both her Ludens and her Morellas with that one.
Well, good for her. She's got 2 completed items now. Good job. Good job. You did it. And Ahri's behind now. She only has the one.
Ooh, nice ultimate. Oh Jesus! Wait, Syndra. Syndra may be dead here. I think she is. She's trying to get, and she does return the kill. So with that, there's no one to defend mid lane. Zac's trying to run over there, but they can't really go in any further because they don't know themselves where anybody is.
Man, every time, every time one of these fight breaks out, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win the team fight, which is a sign that the game is really close and that the teams are evenly matched.
Yep.
So
Going to be a good playoffs this year.
it's going to be real good. There's a 2,000 gold lead in favor of Credible Hulk and Friends, but that 2,000 gold lead is fine. I mean, it's split up between members of that team. It's not like that 2,000 gold lead is all on one of them, and they're going to make the difference.
Did Wukong get that? Yes, Wukong did actually get that from the Zac.
So the biggest gold lead that I see here, actually, I was wrong. I was wrong when I just said that last statement. I looked at the wrong numbers. Most of the gold is actually on Wukong lead. Most of that 2,000 gold lead is all him. So that's a little bit rough, but it does mean that in a straight team fight, you can win a straight team fight if you're Flow Gaming being almost 2,000 gold behind. You can still handle this. Especially with Ornn upgrading items and just giving you those extra stats.
Yeah, because he's at level 13 now. Level 14, he gets his upgrades for other teammates. It'll probably go to the Tristana first, just because the most efficient being the IE. Syndra, you want to hold it off until... Oh, Jesus, Syndra, what are you doing? Okay.
You want to hold it off for Syndra until she builds a death cap, and that's the one you want to upgrade.
Yeah, but what was that? She kind of just like ran it straight into the Jhin, trying to kill him, but he didn't get him.
Also want to point out the Ornn build again. I said this earlier. I'm used to seeing Ornn. Oh God, no! Oh no, Zac, no, buddy. Oh, my dear sweet boy.
Rip. And now Ornn is in trouble.
And that's a charm waiting to happen. Okay. So, the Ornn build is a little interesting.
Sus.
That Iceborne Gauntlet should be an Abyssal Mask.
Yes.
They have enough AP on the other team. You need the magic resist from the Abyssal Mask. And the Abyssal Mask you can upgrade with the Sunfighter Cape for yourself. The Iceborne Gauntlets are not the call here.
But yeah, with that, now we're going to have a baroned up Credible Hulk. So,
yep, and
good job to them.
30 seconds until Dragons take this Baron. immediately get Dragon Soul and push to end the game.
Earth Soul. Oh god, nope. You don't get blown up from Syndra anymore with that.
No, you don't.
Unlucky.
Credible Hulk needs to send everybody to Dragon Pit. You have the advantage right now. You have this dragon. If you fight them at this pit, you can kill all of them and win.
Set's actually running up to the top lane.
Yeah, but they're sending Set up top to split push. Granted,
I don't
Set
agree. I don't agree with this. I think he should have actually gone to mid lane.
I mean, Set
But
has
that
teleport. He can always TP in. Okay, so they're starting the dragon. They're doing it. They're wearing it down, dealing damage. But Zac is not in the pit to smite it either. He's going
whoa! He jumped in. Ari does try to go in and assassinate the Syndra. Syndra and Tristana both barely live. Oh, and it does look like Ari does go down to the Ornn. Tristana goes down to the Wukong. Wukong is going to be jumping in, trying to take out the Salazar now. Set just barely living, trying to get to the Syndra. Does get in and does take her down before he gets taken down himself. So that'll be a 2 for 4. Set has to flash over just to make sure he doesn't die as well.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. That was a messy fight for both teams.
Yep.
There wasn't a lot of clean things happening in the fight. People were diving on the back lines. The teams were getting super spread out and split up around that area of the map.
So
we had people going from red buff to blue buff on the other side of the river. That's how split up that fight was.
So I agree with what Ari initially did, and she chunked out both Syndra and Tristana. Then she went back in when the Ornn was already ulting.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that. Holk and friends came out on top. They had 3 people left at the end of that fight versus the 1 player that was left alive on Flow Gaming side. So what was so bad about that fight? You could have had that entire fight without losing anybody and killing all those same people and leaving Zac alive. You lost those 2 people because of how spread out you were and how split up you were from that fight. So, Baron buff is still up. It's not up for too much longer. It's wearing out. Yeah, it's just about up. Oh, there it goes. It's up now. It's gone. And that might be a dead Karma? Nope, she flashes out. So they have the Dragon Soul, but they don't have Baron anymore. So they're pushing powers a little bit more limited now.
So Karma is thankful for that Earth Drake shield. Like,
it makes
without
a
that
difference.
shield, she dies.
It does make a difference. Set going for a little bit of a skirmish up here in bot lane, but it's not going to amount to much. Meanwhile, the rest of the team goes in for a fight. Zac leaps in. And Credible Hulk is just taking it to them. They're annihilating this team. That's a dead Zac. That's another champs dead on the side of Flow Gaming. And Credible Hulk might be in the mood to push this for the end of the game.
Yeah, they only have Tristana and Ornn. Ornn does have his ultimate. He's going to charge it out, but he's going to die before it even gets to him.
He was CC'd up. He couldn't move. Couldn't hit that back. It was too late.
And with that, that'll be the end of the game. It looks like final push. Syndra is up in 10 seconds, so if Trish can somehow clear out that cannon, and it looks like we're going to have to fight for a little bit longer.
So they chose to play. They chose the conservative safe play. They looked at the death timers and they said, you know what? Let's not risk this. Let's back off, keep our gold, not give it over to them, and let's just do one. We'll regroup. We'll regroup. Do one more push to end the game.
So I think that they could have actually had just said screw it, because if you look at the timers, Baron's not up for a minute. Back then, a minute 30. Drake wasn't up for over 3 minutes. They could have gone for it and just gone, okay, well, that sucks, but oh well. But to each their own, they decided to keep their 10,000 gold lead.
Yeah, they're not going to give any shutdowns over to their team. You know, and I respect it. Like, if it were me on shot calling, I would have called it. I would have done it. I would have gone for the risky play, but
Yeah.
I can respect the patience that it takes to
They're
do
like,
what
we're
they're
not
doing here.
we're not going 0-2. We're going to split it.
And yeah, that's another thing that we should be able to praise these guys for. You know, they lost the first game, and mentally they didn't let that get to them. They stayed strong. They came back with a plan for this game, and the plan is paying off. And it looks like they're going to take the victory here. Granted, flow gaming can always turn it around. It's not a guaranteed victory, but things are very much in their favor at this point.
Ooh boy, this has actually been a good couple of series of games.
It has been.
Like last game, it was you know, but this has been a good set of games. You know, we do see Credible Hulk going for the Baron buff now. Ari's trying to keep away the Syndra. They cannot. They do see the Zac is on the ward and they know it, so they're going to let it reset. You know, let Set keep pushing into the bottom lane. They're going to have to decide: do
Yep.
we just let him take it? Do we back? What do we do? Well, now you're in trouble because now you got to make that bad decision. And now you already lost the Syndra in the 4v4. Set's TPing into the backside. Tristana has to jump rocket out. Ari charges into the Tristana and barely gets out, but unfortunately the Ari does charm into her. And with that, that'll be a 4-0 for.
And I'm gonna say it.
Credible Hulk.
I don't think the set needed to TP there. I think the set could have just kept split pushing, and the same result would have happened.
Yeah. So it just added to the fact that Tristana had to flash out. I think that would have been the only difference. She wouldn't have flashed by the time the Ari came in and charmed her one last time. But with that, Credible Hulk versus Anarchy Amber, 1-1 apiece.
No. Credible Hulk versus Flow Gaming.
Oh, I apologize. That was the previous scene.
Anarchy Amber was the previous series.
That's next week, actually. I think.
So anyway, really good matchup between these two teams. They split the series 1 win each, which means that I'm excited for them to get a rematch in the playoffs later. These two teams deserve to have that rematch later on. I really want to see that. I want to see what adjustments both teams make throughout the rest of the season, because mistakes happen. There were things that both teams can learn from in both of these series, and just because Hulk and Friends won this second game doesn't mean that they didn't make mistakes, and it doesn't mean that there wasn't anything that they could examine and look at, learn from. Same thing for Flow Gaming in the first game. And there was a little bit of desperation in Flow Gaming, what they were doing here at the end of this game. Ornn upgrading the Luden's Echo for the Syndra, which probably was just like, hey, game's probably not going to go long enough for me to finish the death cap. Just upgrade the Luden's Echo so we get some extra damage here at Baron. You know, stuff like that. And granted, you know, I get that call, understand the call. But, like, there are some things that you can talk about, examine, watch the VODs, figure out what went wrong, try to fix it for future weeks. But with that, you know, after getting these series out of the way, I believe we have at least one more series for the night. Am I correct in that?
Yes, we have, I believe it is Karen Franz and Foozle Bamboozle is going to be taking up that next one.
Ooh, oh man, we split up the all-star casting crew of Foozle and Scat. Oh
Yep.
no.
That's your fault, not mine. But
that is my fault. You're right.
With that said, that is all for this match. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Just a few minutes. We'll have the next series. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.